Quick update on the tab. I took the little tiny box off the front and I put this box on that has more space for 2 batteries, and I got the propane tank mounted in here. I just cut this out of the original box and screwed it down to this box. I'm not sure if down here you can see that little screw right there. I put it in a bad spot and ended up right over top of the frame rail, and so that screw itself is kind of messed up, but the other 2 are solid. And then I trimmed out the back side here so that I could get the propane line through. I had to get a longer line. I had to go with an 18-inch length on the propane line. Since I had 2 batteries and I put the inverter in earlier, I had the switch, and so I mounted it right here. I have my little Ford backup sensor over here on the side. I still have to cut off one of those screws right there so I don't cut myself on it. But then I installed the battery monitor. I still have to put this cover back on and stuff. So, but this has a lot more space in it for odds and ends stuff like cables and hoses and whatever else. But part of this project was to mount the tire onto the front of the box. So I took that aluminum plate here off and bent it straight and trimmed it down so it would fit on the inside here. But then whenever I did that afterwards, I decided to take the tire off and noticed it was hitting on the jack there, so there's not enough clearance between here and the aluminum plate behind the wheel. So I had to figure out what to do with this. So that's where the jacky up comes in. There's a lot of videos out there that go into installing the jacky up, but if you notice, my handle there is on the front, because if it goes to the side or anything, it would hit the tire when I'm cranking. So I have to have it still go to the front. And what nobody addresses are those holes inside. There's 4 of them, and if you put it on here, just turns out that in this position all of the holes are lined up, and then when you're actually turning the jack, it will be in the position where this is facing forward. A problem I have, if you can't tell, is my tongue is bolted on, and those bolts are right under the jacky up. So that could have been designed better for bolted on trailer hitches. So I'm gonna have to see if my original bolts are long enough to go down in there and hold this tight and then put the jack on. I'm gonna have to put this plate on from the bottom, as I can't really slide it over the top. So this won't really do a lot of structural good, because it'll still be relying directly on the bolts pulling the jacky out of the jacky up, but it'll be better. So let me put these bolts in real quick and see if I can do this. These are 9/16. Thinking I should put the washers on these bolts because they're really small. But where do I put the washers? I'm gonna put them on here. So it came with these 3 washers, and I'm gonna put them on the jacky up because it's got slots in here, so I don't want those to loosen up. Looks like I have about a 3/8 of an inch of engagement. Okay, now this goes in a little crooked and hits up against the wheel almost, but then it turns, and whenever I jack it up, it will be straightforward. Now I can put my little wheel on. So there, I got the wheel on. I had to turn it sideways because I had the trailer sitting on this. So now I can lower this. It doesn't really want to stay straight because it's the bolts of the jack are sitting on the bolt of the jacky up. But once it engages with the ground, it should push the jack up to the top. So right now this can still spin in there, but now it's up tight. And I can lift this up and get it off the jack stand. So I think that'll work. That allows me to take the jack out of here if the tire goes flat. Zoom out. That way I can remove the jack and also secure the trailer a little bit more, because I can take the jack out and stick it in the box and hopefully be a little bit more of a deterrent if someone's stealing the camper. So there you have it. I don't see any part numbers, so I don't know if this particular one is different than anything else, or maybe it just allows you to rotate it to have the jack forward, or you can rotate it and have it sideways. I'm not sure. So good thing I don't have the top crank, because that would have hit the tire for sure. So there we have it. Thanks for watching.